Any other like culture advice you can think of that you've done?
I I think one thing for me, and I can touch on it, as far as when I first came. Um, I remember when I first came, I got promoted to that office. My regional manager was like, "Hey, Frankie, there's something there, and I can't quite figure it out." Because she couldn't. I mean, she has X amount of offices. She can't be there every day. And then, I remember going into it being excited because I had to work with federal people, and I was like, "Oh my God, me and this person are going to be just best buddies. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to like call each other on the way home." I created this whole it was super exciting. And I remember another person I thought was going to be just ruthless to me because I was in essence coming in and she was leaving. I was taking her position. So I remember told Nash, I feel like I'm going to tread lightly. I feel like she might be like mean. She wasn't. She was the biggest sweetheart on earth. And the person I was so excited to work for was the person, in hindsight, that was creating toxicity. And it was tough because at first I was like, no, that's no way. I'm going to keep, digging, and I'm going to keep. And I remember Vanessa telling me, Frankie, when you dig, there's like no way out. You just end up going and going. And I was like, no, like I'll be fine. I was so far. There was days I was leaving at 8:00 because I was just going, and it was seeing. And I remember calling her. It was like she told me give it a week, and I gave it day 1, gave it day 2, and I was like by day 3, I was like I don't need a week. This is it. Called her and I said this is it. She was like I kind of knew it, and I was like what do you mean you knew it? You told me. She was like I needed confirmation that it's it. We found that out, and then everything just started to spiral. In a matter of, I think my first, I don't know if it was a month or 2 months, we let go of 3 people. And I was scared to do it because I'm like, I just came in month 2, and I'm letting go of. It was one in every department almost. She was gone, he's gone, she's gone, and I was like, man, this team, they're gonna see me as this guy who tread lightly because you might get let go.
Yeah.
And at first it kind of was that way. At first it was like I felt like the big bad guy who he came in and let everyone go. And we're calling Vanessa. Vanessa was like, at first she was like, they may need a little bit of structure. So let's, tread. Obviously, you're not going in there tomorrow and just letting 16 people go.
Sure.
But she was like, structure's new for them. Have conversations. And I went, and as I went and started with the leaders as to why it was done. And I would say for everyone, they kind of knew. And but for one specific one. It was the lead assistant at the time, and the person we were letting go was her like bestie. They were, I mean, man, they were just like Oreos, just together, Oreo milk, just always. And I remember I called Vanessa for something this person did again, and she was like, Frankie, it's time. And I was like, whoa, no, we can't. She was like, no, there's like other things. It's time. And I always trust a relationship I have with Vanessa is she showed me. The trust we have is I trust her. I do. If she tells me it's time, it's time. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust you. And then in my head, I was scared because I had just created this relationship with this lead assistant. I had just started this office, and we were bonding. And I'm like, and I'm about to take her best friend away, and I can't tell her.
Yeah.
No, you can't give her a warning like, hey,
right.
Your best is leaving. And as we talk, one of the things she tells me that she's like, Frankie, I appreciate you because you're just so honest and straightforward. And it was eating me up because I'm like, I know what we're about to do this Thursday.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I'm honest and I'm straightforward and I'm not being honest.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a meeting. I told Vanessa, I was like, can I just say, can I just let her know on Wednesday or Thursday morning that, we are moving forward with letting someone go? She was like, I don't recommend it. But if you feel that it's going to do good, then do it. I think it's going to do good. In hindsight, it did not do good. Because that's all the lead assistant can think about. That's all she could think about all day. And I was like, and I thought by assuring her, it's not you. Like, you're good. Right. It's solid. It's all she could think about. She didn't want to be in the back because she knew somebody was going to get let go. When it happened, I remember going to her. She was still in the office, and she was crying and crying. And I'm like, and she was just kind of like, she didn't like pay attention. I'm like, man, she hates me. Yep, that's it. I ruined it. At the end of everything, the regional was there. Excuse me. It was me, the regional, and her. And I was like, I want to apologize. And she cut me off and she was like, why are you apologizing? She was like, no. She's like, we're solid. This has nothing to do with what happened there. Like she was out. She was like, I've learned to know you're straightforward and you're honest. If you felt this is what we needed to do, I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. But with that, I say, there's never been a time where we've let someone go because they're impacting the culture negatively that we've regretted it.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been one time, and each time where I'm like, this one might be rough. This one the team might be upset. When I communicate as to why, a lot of times, like I said, they're like, yeah, we kind of saw, or yeah, we started seeing that.
Yep.
They know. And then down the line, 2 weeks later, honestly, sometimes the day right after, it's like that Monday. It's like it's peace. It's always benefit. So my recommendation or my advice to anyone in my position: protect your culture. Know the culture you want. Know the culture that fits your office. Our office it's a lively culture. It's fun. We work hard, but we have fun. The partner dentist is probably the most fun guy ever. So we have to have fun.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works there.
Right.
So protect that culture. If you see something affecting it, monitor it. I'm not saying, you see someone one time, you get him out of there.
Sure.
Monitor it, have the conversations, let the person know, hey, this is not working. But if it continues, I take responsibility for the culture of my team. If it continues and I allow it, to me, then I'm failing. I'm failing them.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it short. It sucks. That feeling of letting someone go. I get it. Sometimes you let people go and you think about the personal stuff. They have a kid and they have this stuff. But my mom, again, when I let one go, that she was a mom, and it ate me up a little bit. She was like, can I be honest with you? I was like, yeah. When I was working, I was a mom of 5. I took care of my job because I was a mom of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, if it wasn't working and you did everything in your power, this isn't on you. It's on her. And I was like, you're right. And it's true. Remove toxicity. Don't think about the personal touches to it. I know we're human and it's kind of easy to, but in that moment, put your office manager hat on and think about what's best for the entire team.
Right.